What is going on, CrackTube? It is Wednesday, September 18th, 19th, something like that. I don't know. Oh, what are we dealing with here? Well, we are dealing with a mess. I'm out and back. Last little bit of first cutting I have to get. I wanted to come out here and take a look. We got, I think, like 2.5, 2.25 inches of rain last night. Now, this year can just be done already. This is just disheartening at this point. Figured I'd come out here and see if I can get on the field. I think I can. It's pretty dry up here. Up that way. Down there, however. Wait, down there. Oh, let me flip the camera around here. I'm learning how to do this. Don't judge me yet. I tried mowing straight down. Stop doing my finger right down there. You can see it. And I hit water at the bottom. And I don't know how well you can see it, but let me see if we can zoom in. Yeah, there's water standing right there on that side of the field. So I'm going to, I think, attempt to cut this. This actually, believe it or not, this is first cutting. We had a really late frost, which did a lot of damage. It's actually probably a little thicker than what it looks like. Because there is a lot of undergrowth in there. We got a nice windy day, some sun, I mean, clouds too, but I think if I windrow this and let it lay here until tomorrow afternoon, I have until Friday to get it baled. And there's not that much here. I'm gonna knock this whole piece down, I think. There's just not, there's maybe 5 loads here, and whatever I can't get, I'll just roll up the rest. It'll sell this winter. I mean, for God's sakes, nobody's got any hay anyway. So this has been a tough year. Still got some second cutting I'd like to get and wrap up. It's just that right now it's also on low ground, so there's probably water standing, so it's going to have to sit there for a while. I also still have 35, 40 acres down the road I'm supposed to cut. Guy's been kind of calling me up about it, asking me, and if it didn't rain today, the plan was, if it didn't rain yesterday, I should say, I was going down last week to mow the whole thing down, let it lay there until tomorrow, rake it and bale it tomorrow. And that just did not work. I said 2.5, 2.25 inches of rain, whatever it was, on already saturated ground isn't good. I have until Friday, and then they're talking like another week of rain. The guy, Jason, I chopped corn for, his plan was to start chopping next week. He's got a big fall festival going on this weekend. He was hoping to get done with that and start chopping. Well, don't look like that's going to happen either. So it's just, I hate to keep complaining. I really, honest to God, hate to keep complaining and keep bitching and everything else. But this year will cause you to drink. And like I said, I think up here, yeah, I could probably get this. I can probably have this baled by Friday. Be working by myself. Kids obviously aren't with me. They're in school. Let me flip it around. Zoom in again. No, wrong way. There we go. Oh yeah, I gotta think about this. I have all of that down there, which needs to be. I gotta brush hog all that. That's just all. There's a ditch right there. I don't know how well you can see the cattails, but there actually is a ditch right there. And This I'm probably going to have to wait until either, if I do mow it, it's going to be when the ground freezes, or if we get an extreme dry spell over the next, I don't know, week, which is not going to happen, unfortunately. So I still want to, like I said, I'm almost considering at this point, I don't know, that little green streak right there where I tried to plant the oats and tried to cut the oats. It's kind of growing back, but there's nothing really there. So I think I'm going to just plow it under, green manure, and plant rye. I was hoping to, again, the game plan was done with first cutting with everything. Whatever little second cutting I have to wait for, if I have to wait for it, that's what it is. It's corn chopped, come home, plow, and plant the rye, and just futz around with whatever until time to put everything away and park it for the winter. That didn't work out. So, anyway, well, I'm going to go fire up the 4000 and the mower. We'll see what we got going on here. Like I said, there's really shouldn't be any wet spots in it. It's all pretty high gravelly ground. That should all be good. So, hopefully we come back in the rest of this video with some mowing and my final thoughts. We'll talk at you. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing here, or trying to do, attempting to do. It is, yeah, it's pretty wet out here. Not going to lie. See, the tires are still wet. This stuff is green. So what I did was I actually shortened this up here. I put the wings in, deflectors, whatever you want to call them. And I put the swath board all the way up so it throws it off the conditioners, up against these, and makes about as narrow of a windrow as I can. As you can see, this is still pretty thick. And it is green. The idea behind doing this is you expose as much of the ground to the sun and the breeze as you can. As you can see, it's starting to shade out over there, but there is a breeze. So that's the entire idea behind trying to do that. I don't know if the headset's working, or I guess we're gonna figure out once we get done. But we'll get ourselves back up in here. I'll take you around a couple times. Don't get old. I'm mowing fourth gear. I know a lot of people tell me to go faster, which is just fine, and you can. But fourth gear is fast enough for me. So that's what I'm comfortable at. Not out here trying to win any races. It's just, that's what works for me. So up here, thank God Deer Engineers decided to do this in 1969. Actually might have been 68. the end. Later. Well, come out here and take a look and see what we got. Oh, God, I gotta get a freaking GoPro. It might not really be able to show up well in the video, but the ground did dry. I mean, it's still a little damp. I mean, I did cut this late, but it did dry a little bit, it looks like. Obviously, the hay isn't going to dry. I mean, I don't know if I can get a difference here between. Let's see how the difference. Yeah, you can see that little patch where I moved is darker than this. So it did dry a little bit, comparatively speaking. Tomorrow's supposed to be a real nice sunny day. And I think that's where I'm gonna do this video next, is tomorrow. I'll probably let this lay here till, oh, I don't know, noon or whatever. Let the dew all burn off. And I'll come out with the tedder and ted it up. Hopefully this works. It's late in the season. I mean, we've made hay. Remember, it was October something. It was so freaking cold on the tractor. Of course, we didn't have anything with a cab. I was mowing with the Ford. Grandpa sent me out to mow second cutting. And I'll bet you, it was probably about a good 40 some odd degrees outside. Let me see if this works. Maybe I can do this. It's probably about like 40. Don't mind the camera moving around. I'm trying to set this tripod thing up and hopefully you can see me. I was in head to toe Carhartts wearing full Arctic Carhartts. We got it dried and we bailed it. It's the people across the river there, I guess, getting ready for deer season. I did kick up a real nice, look like a 6-pointer that was laying in here, bedding down. Anyway, hope you guys can see me. You should be able to. Hopefully you can see my ugly mug there. I am having a adult beverage. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna have this beer and call it a day. Like I said, the sun's pretty well blocked by the trees now, so there's not gonna be any sun on this to dry it anymore. It is gonna get the dew on it. That's the problem with cutting hay this time of the year, is the dew stays on real late, so the window kind of narrows down. But that's okay. I think I'll get this. I don't want to say I'm confident, but I'm pretty sure that I'll get something out of this. Even at this point, if it's freaking bedding hay, I'll get bedding hay. So I don't know. I will, I guess I'll be back tomorrow and we'll take a look at this. Missed me. And, well, we'll go from there. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see you then. Has to be. Man, fucking. All right, so here we are. It is the next day, Wednesday. You can see the ground is a considerable amount drier. This actually has wilted up on top. There's still a lot of green in here, but it's gonna need the air to get to it. As I did that little demonstration yesterday, you pick this up, and yeah, you can see how wet that is underneath. There's quite a bit of moisture left in here. The dew did burn off. Again, I said it's about, what is it, 1 o'clock? We got the 30-20 on the Kloss Tedder. And we're gonna go, I'll take you guys around the field a couple times and I'll show you when we're all done. 4 minute steps, right? I only go in 5th gear. That's fast enough. Contact. So, all done tedded. I wasn't gonna take you guys around for the whole thing. That gets kind of boring after a while. But that's it. Scattered and splattered. There still are a few little wads like here. As you can see, but for the most part, it's gotta pick everything up. Picks it up, lays it on there so the breeze gets through it, underneath it, and hopefully dries. We got good sun, got a nice breeze today. So, what more can you ask for? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this video because it's gonna be long enough and it's gonna take long enough to upload as it is. So, as we all know, at the end of every YouTube video, you're supposed to say comment, like, subscribe. It's in the user agreement, the fine prints. I'm telling you, it's there. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully the next video will be me raking and baling this. Hopefully it's a victory video. If not, well then, it is what it is. So, guys, we'll see you. Bye.